What's up guys, it's John Dominique aka Prize Pictures, and today I want to go through my recent camera roll, kind of do a review of some of my photos, the most recent ones that I've taken here in these past couple days. And before I do that, I want to advise that I did get a couple of new lenses, a couple of zoom lenses, and I mostly do prime lenses, I don't really do zooms, but I got a couple of zoom lenses and I'm enjoying them. Finding myself getting into other genres of photography and shooting things that kind of normally wouldn't, which is kind of really cool. The first one I got is the 12-40 f2.8 Zuiko Pro lens, and it's a great lens. It's a little bit heavy, but it's worth it. The zoom range is 24 to 80 on a full frame level, and put a little mist filter on it, and it's a very smooth lens. The rotation and the focus ring is very nice, and it's very heavy. It's got a metal mount there, as you can see, and the optical quality is very, very good, I've got to say. I did a lot of research on this before I bought it, and a lot of people give it very, very high marks, so I have to agree. Just the optical quality, there's something about it. It's a little bit, it's not, I mean, it's sharp where it needs to be, but it's also soft at the same time where it needs to be, which is really difficult feat to pull off, because it's a good balance between sharpness and softness. And I'm just enjoying the photos that come out of this lens, and I want to use it a lot more. The only issue is it's a little bit heavy. I think there's a function button on here that you can customize to do whatever you want with it, but haven't used it yet. I want to get more time with this lens. It is splash proof, but I want to continue to use this lens. I keep it indoors mostly because it's kind of heavy, and to switch it out in the field it's kind of awkward to do that. So I want to try to keep this one indoors. But I do good work with that lens, and I feel like I know what I shoot is going to come out professional. So I'm definitely going to keep that one in my rotation in my lens collection. The other lens I got was a this is kind of one of the cheapo 40 to 150 f4 to f5.6R, and you can tell because it's got like the mount is plastic. I had this lens once before, but it was the previous version that wasn't the R version. And for some reason, I didn't have fond memories of that lens, because I think when I was doing post-production on it, like, the images didn't seem that great after I was doing post-production. This time though, this lens is kind of glued to my camera recently for the past couple of days that I've had it. It's very light. And yeah, it is kind of cheap, I'm not gonna lie to you. The zoom goes, up to about 300 millimeters, and that range has been keeping me taking interesting photos, things I wouldn't normally take pictures of. And I'll show a few of them to you. I'm doing like some wildlife stuff, and I'm kind of enjoying that. Now, some of the photos come out blurry because it doesn't seem, you need very good light, and you need that shutter speed to get down or get it up really high, a high shutter speed to freeze the action. So it's gonna take a lot of practice with this lens for me to get the sharp images that I need to, and I need to keep using it and keep trying to make good images, and just get better with using it and knowing its ins and outs, and knowing its strengths and weaknesses, and playing in between the strengths and weaknesses as much as possible to maximize this lens. I like it because it's lightweight and it's easy to carry around, so I'm gonna continue to use that lens, even though it's not the best in the world. It can get the job done, and it's the images. I'll show some of them to you. I'm gonna go over just a few photos here that I've taken with a combination of these lenses, and I'm also still kind of use like some of the prime lenses on here too. I'll try to, if I can, distinguish which lens took what. This first image is just like this truck that I saw in front of this shop, in front of this sunglass shop, and I've driven by this a couple of times before, but I saw the way the light was hitting it, and I was like, let me just get out and take some photos. I've never taken photos of this image before, and this is of this car before. It's a truck, and I'm using the Zuiko 17mm f1.8 on this, and This one speaks for itself. I don't have to really say much about it. I mean, everybody likes the old looking car. It's very kind of like an attraction. And I just took a photo. I took several photos. This is one of the better ones that I took that I thought would make, the best out of the series that I took. Another photo here I took, I'm going to say, this is with the 12 to 40 f2.8 and a little bit of wildlife. I saw this and I thought it was funny, and I just took a picture of it and sent it to my friend girl and told her that I'm thinking about her. That's kind of cute. The next photo is just, again, it's a 12 to 40 f2.8 Pro. And I just saw this, the way the leaves and that little stem is sticking out there towards the middle left, and it's in conjunction with the branches are towards the back that I've got kind of in the background that are kind of bokeh'd out. It's just kind of a pattern. I don't know if it's pleasing, eye-pleasing pattern. I thought it might look okay, and that's what I tend to look for in my pictures: patterns and light. And that's just one example. The next photo is again the 12 to 40, and I took this photo in between the branches or in between these leaves. So there's it looks like there's a lot of clutter in that photo, and there is, but it just kind of immerses the viewer in the picture when you can integrate like the surroundings in there. And I thought this picture does a great job. Now, this photo to me, like I was talking about earlier, in this lens, the sharpness, where it's sharp where it needs to be and soft where it needs to be. This is a great example, and I like the bokeh on this one. It's just a smoothness to it that's just got a texture. It's got a feeling to it. There's a tone that I kind of enjoy, and so I think I want to keep using this lens and seeing more what it can do. I like the way it renders light on this one, so that's an example. And next one is, I think it's the same lens, 12 to 40. Yeah, it is. And I just saw, kind of a drop shadow on the leaves on a fence, and that speaks for itself as well. There's not much going on there, but it's just an example of some of the, my style of photography. The next one is a sign that I saw the back of. I saw the way the fence was, the shadows were hitting on the back of that sign, and I just took a photo. It's just straight up in the middle. There's nothing fancy on this one. But I'm testing these lenses and seeing what they can do, testing their capabilities and getting used to the zooming, and I'm enjoying it. It's practical, because the zoom lenses, you have to keep moving with your feet, but with the prime lenses, you have to keep moving with your feet, but with the zoom lenses, you can just, it's a lot easier. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it, even though I'm more of a prime guy, and I'm integrating more zooms in my range, and I'm enjoying that. So I'm growing a little bit, I guess, as a photographer, and I want to keep my same style, but trying to branch out into other areas. The next one is the 40 to 150, and this is just kind of, I saw some, I don't want to say, like some steps and some railings, and I saw like a pattern that could be made in between there if I take the shot at a cross section. And the light was kind of really sharp on this one, and I just kind of did like more of an abstract one. So it's just kind of shapes, patterns, and lines on this one here. The next one is, again, I believe this is the 40 to 150, and I was just outside walking, and there's an airport not too far away, and planes are coming and going all the time, and I probably could have got a better one, because that airplane towards the right, if you see, is a little bit smaller. I wish it were a little bit bigger in the frame, but you get the idea. It's just like some lines and the patterns. It's just kind of visually appealing, and that's kind of what I try to do with my photography, make something visually appealing. Not everything is always works out the way it's supposed to, but that's my basic idea. And then the next one is the osprey that I saw at a baseball field that was on top of the lighting posts. And then as I was taking photos, I noticed, there were some tree branches that were hanging on top, and I just integrated them into the picture. And this is the way it turned out. There's more photos of the same thing, and this is just one of them of this series. And this is the one I thought that would make the most interesting, visually appealing photo. So next one is in a forest. I was walking around today, and I used the 17. This is the prime 17 millimeter prime lens f1.8, and I wanted to get more of a higher angle on this and see the way the bark is peeling on that trunk, on that tree trunk. I wanted to get the shadows to drop in there, and then see how that also the shadow shape of the tree there at the left, to kind of show you what that tree really looks like. So I don't know, I thought it was a little bit interesting. That's the best I could do with what I had and where I was. And sometimes I just, I'm exercising all the time with my skills and just going out there and seeing what I can do with what's out there, even if I don't think I'm going to come up with anything interesting. It's just more like a practice. And then some wildlife. I saw this little baby deer out there. It looks like it was running around looking for its mother, and it was kind of sad because it was lost and was kind of running around in circles. And I took a couple of photos, and they came out kind of blurry, but I was able to get this one, which looks semi-sharp. And I had that the zoom range on that this is the 40 to 150 lens, I'm pretty sure. And I do confirm it is the 40 to 150. Like I said, you have to be very still, and you have to really get that shutter speed up there to freeze the action. And then at the same time, there's all these branches and stuff that are in the way. So, it's hard to get a sharp shot in the situation I was in. And this is kind of one of the better photos that I made. I had some other ones that weren't as sharp, but you get the basic idea. It's better to have something than nothing. So this is kind of the baseline where I'm starting with these zoom lenses. I'm not very good at zoom lenses at all and doing any type of wildlife, but I'm enjoying the process, and I'm learning and building my skills this way. So and then the last one, I think, is just a couple of I think this is again the 40 to 150 lens. It is. And I just zoomed in, and there was these spiders and the spider webs, and I zoomed in. I cropped this photo as well, so you can see the details on there. I just zoomed in and took a photo, and I put those spiders kind of in a space where they would make a good contrast against a lighter blue background, instead of putting them in the black section. So it makes the contrast pop out a little bit more. So that's kind of what I have to share right now. And that's where I'm at with these zoom lenses. I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I'm enjoying them. I think I'm going to continue to build my skill set and continue to expand a little bit, and kind of do some things that I normally wouldn't do, just because I enjoy the creative aspect of it in photography. And it's all about creativity and exercising my skills. So let me know if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, or anything like that. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and all that good stuff. It's John Dominique, Prize Pictures.